Okay, great. So we're going to go over today kind of how to log into your student portal and basically the structure of your first two classes and how that's going to look and what you can expect going through your first term. So if you go to post.edu, which is the homepage here, you'll see right beneath the yellow COVID response bar on the right-hand side, you have student login. So you would click on that. It'll take you to a sign-in page. Obviously, I don't have a student account, but you'll usually see it'll ask for your email. You'll enter your student email, which is always your first name, a period, last name, at students with an S at the end, .post.edu. And then the password your admissions counselor gave you or whatever you set it to. And that's how you'll log in. When you log in, you'll see a portal. It'll have a couple of tiles, like 6 squares right in the middle. And then on the left-hand side, there's a menu. So in the menu, you have access to like the registrar, student finance, things like that. But the main thing you want to pay attention to is those boxes that are in the middle. So you're going to have two main ones, one being Access Microsoft 365 or Access Office 365, and the other one being Access Blackboard. So we'll go through Office first because you will need it in your Introduction to Computing. When you take your CIS 112 course, you will need to use Office, and also it's good to know how to use your student email from when you start, basically. That's how a lot of your professors will communicate with you. So you would click on your Access Microsoft 365 and it will take you to a page like this. It'll say good afternoon and your name at the top. I know I have a lot of documents down here that you probably won't have if this is your first time signing into it. So this will be blank, but you see on the left-hand side, we have all our icons here. So you start with your home button. This is a create button. You have Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and then Outlook. When you press on the Outlook button or any of the other icons, it takes you, in this case, to your email, your student email. So that's important to know. Otherwise, the main thing you need to be aware of is accessing Blackboard. So same, you'll be in your portal, you'll click Access Blackboard Online. It will take you right here. So you will see basically this exact same screen. Under your course list, you'll obviously have a significant less amount of classes here. You'll usually have 1 or 2, and they'll be listed. How you get into your classes is going to be similar for all of them. They'll be listed under the course list, and you'll click right on the title of the class, and it opens to the announcements of the course. So when you log into the announcements of the course, usually it's important to check it out. If your professor has anything to tell you, it'll be right here. The first thing you're going to want to do when logging into your course is start with your course information. So you see this purple menu on the left-hand side is really going to be your best friend. It's the easiest way to navigate through your classes. So when you go to your course information, you're going to see that there is a syllabus in all of your classes. Even if you go into higher level classes as you proceed through your degree, you'll always have a syllabus. And the syllabus is, as you can see here, a breakdown of every unit, everything you're supposed to learn from the course, what the grading breakdown is. So it's nice to read at the beginning of the term to kind of give yourself a preview of what you have to look forward to. So if there's anything you're worried about, you can connect with your advisor before it gets to that point so that you're feeling prepared and comfortable when you get there. So once you check out your course information, you're going to want to start going through your units. So we're going to go through Unit 2 today. All of your units function the same. Unit 1 usually has a lot of introductory stuff. So we're going to start at Unit 2 to kind of show you a little more of what you can expect weekly. So you'll click on the unit on the left-hand side and it takes you right to it. Again, this is the easiest way to navigate your classes because when you go into the unit, as opposed to choosing the discussions button or something like that, you have access to not only all your assignments, but also all your readings. So I always advise that at the beginning of the week, you go over your objectives and your activities because it gives you a quick overview of what you need to get done that week so that you can kind of budget your time. It's especially helpful to just do right on Sunday, even if you only have a couple minutes so that, the week coming up, you can kind of prep and plan. And it'll become a lot easier as you go through the units because you'll have a better idea of how much time and how much energy you have to dedicate to each type of assignment, like based on how you learn or based on the unit and the information and things like that. So you're going to want to start with your readings and practice activities every week, especially as you go along, because your discussion boards, your journals, and your assignments all relate to what it is you read that week. So similarly to accessing the unit, you're going to click right on the title here, and it takes you to everything you need to read. It has your ebook. It'll have any, videos you need to watch or anything like that. That will all be available right there. If we go back, you see your Unit 2 discussion. You see the Conley Readiness Index, Unit 2 journal, Unit 2 quiz. So your assignments might have different names depending on what your professor named them, but you access them all the same way. Just like you did your introductory discussion board, you're going to click on the title. Usually you'll get a page that says, this is a post first discussion form, and it'll have a purple button that says create new thread, and that's how you'll gain access to it. Make sure you answer every question fully. The questions will be right above the text box that you're answering in. So if there are multiple questions in your discussion board for that week, make sure you break them down so you can get full credit. And remember that the initial discussion board post is due Wednesday by 11:59 p.m. Eastern, but the 2 responses that you're required to do to your classmates in order to get that full credit are not due until Sunday to give you time to meaningfully engage in the discussion board. So awesome. Similarly to your discussion board, when you access your journals, which you don't have weekly, but in the course information for your course, it'll tell you which units you have journals in, but you will click on them, same thing. This one is different as in you have a create journal entry button up here on the left as opposed to something in the middle that says create new thread, but it's set up very similarly in that the questions are right above and that you're meant to answer every aspect of them. So the key difference between your journals and your discussion boards is that your journals are more of a rapport between you and your professor in regards to your academic development, your personal growth, stuff like that. So you can be a little more candid. You don't have the same responses due with it. It's just you speaking with your instructor, especially in the CTC course, about your college readiness. Quizzes are the same. You just click on the title of the quiz and it pops it right up for you. You click begin, you go through the questions. Most quizzes allow you to have at least 2 attempts. It'll tell you right beneath, like this one tells you that you have unlimited attempts. So when you go through it for the first time, make sure you make some notes if you're not sure of a question so that when you take it for the second time, you can try and get as much credit as possible. So that's a basic unit in one of your classes. That's what usually it'll look like. Similarly, in your computing class, it'll have this description up here with your activities and objectives. It'll have your readings and practice activities folder, and then it will have all your assignments listed beneath. It's important, like I said, to just go through that in the beginning of the week so that you know exactly what to expect going forward. Your discussion boards are due Wednesday, responses due Sunday, and then your other assignments, such as your quizzes and things of that nature, will also be due Sunday. The only exception to this is some of the journals, but like I said, the journals have the due dates both listed underneath it and also in your course information where it tells you exactly what units you can expect that journal. Usually they are due on Wednesdays alongside your discussion board, but like I said, they are very similar. It's just between you and your professor as opposed to you and the whole class of your peers. So that's the basic run through of accessing Blackboard and your assignments. I hope this was helpful. And if you have additional questions, you can give us a call at Post Advising, and we're looking forward to a great term for you.